everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have some more DVD pickups to share with you guys, and in this video I'm actually going to be featuring some other items as well, more than just DVDs. I got a couple of DVDs here, movies, TV shows, seasons, and I also got a pretty decent stack of Laserdiscs as well that I will leave for sort of later on in the video. But again, I'm going to start out with the DVDs that I got, so here I go. First DVD that I'm going to show you guys here is of a movie. It's a movie that I have been meaning to watch for some time. It's a very classic horror film that pretty much has been sort of always in the background of my mind as a movie that I need to see, but I've just never gotten around to actually seeing it. So hopefully now that I own the DVD, it'll really push me towards watching it more. It's the Cabinet of Dr Caligari. This here is a 2003 remastering of the classic 1920s movie. I think it came out, actually came out in 1920 exactly. So it is a silent film, and it is pretty creepy throughout, but you gotta watch it. Next thing that I got here is a complete set of this anime from a couple years back. It's like a giant mech anime, so it's kind of generic, but it seems somewhat interesting, so I decided to go for it. And since it was the entire series in one set, it was kind of easier to decide on it. For $7.99, I got this at a Value Village that I don't typically go to. It's called Techno Man, and inside the set, it's a 6 DVD set, I believe. Yeah, a 6 DVD set, and one of the cases was open already, but the other two are still sealed, so all I had to really worry about was the condition on the first 2 discs, and I know definitely 100% that the rest of the discs are in perfect condition, and I'm very happy about that. And it features all the episodes from 1 to 43 on 6 DVDs there. In the past, at this Value Village where I found this here, sorry about the sort of fuzzy lighting here, but at the Value Village where I found Techno Man, I have found other anime series in the past, such as Fate Stay Night and a couple of different Gundam series as well. And also at the same Value Village, but on a separate day. In fact, I think I bought these maybe 2 to 3 weeks apart from each other. It's Transformers, the original series, I believe. I don't quite know what episodes are included on this, but hopefully it's a decent selection of them. It looks like it's a decent amount of episodes, but I can't really tell what is included here, but it says the original Transformers. That's it right there. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so if anybody out there can tell me exactly what is featured on here, just put it in the comment section below, and it would really help me out. Now, moving on to the Laserdiscs that I mentioned before, I went to BMV. It's a used bookstore that I go to every so often. I go there mostly for comic books and various forms of media like DVDs, Blu-rays, and of course Laserdiscs. And every so often they do get stuff in, and I'm just really happy whenever they do get stuff in, because for the longest time they weren't really getting anything in terms of Laserdiscs. They had gotten in a couple of movies, but they were mostly romantic comedies from the early 90s. So I bought a couple, but not that many. But then, about, I want to say 2 weeks ago, somebody sold them a whole bunch of Laserdiscs. A lot of variety here and some good ones as well. There was just so much to pick from that I left some stuff behind, and when I went back a second time, when I ended up grabbing 3 more that are going to be in the stack that I'm going to show you. When I went back to grab these 3, there were some other ones that I did want to grab but had to leave behind that I had already sold, and that kind of sucked, but oh well, what can you do? So to get into these ones here, and as you can see, it's a pretty decent stack here. I'll just start in no particular order. First here is the deluxe widescreen version of Husbands and Wives. It's a Woody Allen movie featuring Blythe Danner, Judy Davis, Mia Farrow, Julian Lewis, Liam Neeson, and Sidney Pollack. Actually been picking up a bunch of movies lately with Juliet Lewis in them, but pretty much from when she was younger. I haven't really bought anything recent with her. I can't really think of anything that Juliet Lewis has been in recently. If anybody knows of any Juliet Lewis movies that have come out in the last few years, just let me know in the comment section below. But that's a completely random thing to be asking for. Next here is a deluxe widescreen presentation of The Age of Innocence. And all that I can say about this movie is, of course, Winona Ryder's just terrible accent in this movie is quite hilarious. But it's still a fairly decent movie considering the other actors in it, Michelle Pfeiffer and Daniel Day-Lewis. And yeah, sorry if I've been mentioning the prices of these so far. The other one was $3.99, and this one here was $2.99. Next one here is sort of, I suppose, a movie classic, a go-to. It's Basic Instinct, and this one was $2.99. And yeah, some of these came in these protective sleeves that I have never seen before, and I would like to get more of these, but I doubt that I'd be able to find them. They also had some Disney movies there as well. They even had the collector's edition of Toy Story, but it was priced at $20, and that was just kind of too steep for me, especially for just Toy Story. I did love the movie, and it was a very memorable movie from my childhood, but still, to pay $20 for it was kind of steep. But I grabbed these ones here. These Disney movies were $4.99 a piece. First one here is Bambi. The next one is Beauty and the Beast. And for the most part, these are all in pretty good condition, except some of them are a little banged up around the corners. But all the discs, absolutely all the discs, are completely immaculate. Whoever owned these before really cared for what they had. Next Disney movie here is Lady and the Tramp. And I suppose this is also a Disney movie, Robin Williams' Flubber. That's a remake of the older Flubber movie, I suppose. I honestly don't even remember when the original Flubber came out. I think maybe 60s, maybe 50s. But I'm not too certain about that. It is a widescreen version of it as well. A lot of these were actually the widescreen releases or remastered releases, which is definitely a plus for Laserdisc, because a lot of them did come in just standard full screen 3:4 viewing ratio, which isn't the best on modern televisions. So whenever there is either letterbox or widescreen versions of a movie on Laserdisc, that's definitely the best version to get. Moving on to the next one here, Hook. I got this one here for $2.99. Second Robin Williams movie here. And what I do like particularly about Laserdiscs is just the presentation here. You get a lot of these ones, especially ones that were 2-disc, that sort of flip open and have more information about the movie, what sort of went into it, sort of background details as well. This one, particularly for Hook, has a little blurb about the filmmakers, the actors, sets, stunts, and a couple of other little details throughout the center there, which is definitely a nice thing to add to the movie watching experience. Now, the next movie here is also a movie with Juliet Lewis. This one here is a Martin Scorsese movie featuring Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, and Jessica Lange, all actors that I really do like. It's Cape Fear, and this one was $2.99. The thing that I like the thing that I like about this store, BMV, is that when it comes to their Laserdiscs, the majority of them are going to be priced either $1.99, $2.99, $3.99, or $4.99, while some occasionally are priced at $14.99 or more, but those are usually collector's sets. But everything else is usually $5 at the most, and that's pretty much the sort of price range that I'm willing to pay for my movies. Now, just two more to show you guys here. This one here, very happy to get it. It's definitely a movie that I wanted to get on Laserdisc. I don't own it on any other format, but I just particularly wanted it on Laserdisc. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I know that there is a version of this movie, I think it might have been on VHS or something else, where you can see the infamous shot of, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name right now, Jessica Rabbit? Anyways, where she goes flying out of the car and she flashes everyone. But I'm not too certain where exactly, like on what format you can see that shot, but I mean, it's online as well. It's just, it's a funny little side note bit of trivia from this movie's history. And the last movie that I got on Laserdisc that I want to show you guys, got this for $3.99. It is the widescreen version of this movie. Definitely a movie that I really liked when I was a kid, even though I was terrified of it momentarily, but I did get over it once I sort of looked further into it. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, the sequel to this movie and the later sequels as well are not that good, but I did personally like the first one here. A lot of suspense, a lot of build-up, and definitely there wasn't over-the-top horror, gore, freakiness. It was pretty much the right amount that you would expect for the story that takes place in this movie of kids accidentally killing someone and then dealing with the consequences, and then having that person sort of come back to life to reap their revenge. But yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite movies as a kid, and still holds a place in my heart, and I'm very happy to get that on Laserdisc as well. But yeah, that's what I got. A whole stack of Laserdiscs, a couple of TV shows on DVD, and as well a movie from the 1920s, Cabinet of Dr Caligari, that I've been looking to get for some time. And I suppose that's it from that. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is the link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.